Hey guys, welcome to another reading. So let's do our daily masculine and feminine energy check. Let's see what are the overall energies in the connection. We have ego, commitment, conversation, responsibilities, one last soul contract. Overall energy is broken. All right. So it's a heavy energy is what I would say with all this, where it's like, there is silence that speaks louder than word. So it's about the emotional truth that maybe neither sides want to address or acknowledge. There is heartbreak with this broken. There is a sense of something once beautiful. It's been fractured in some way, and both of you feel shattered about it. And I won't say that this is a permanent fracture, permanently it is broken, but this is for today. So it's tender, you're grieving, it's that aching silence where love used to speak. The energy of two souls looking at shattered pieces of, whatever this was, and wondering, can this be healed? Can we get back to where we were? Can we come back from this, the broken aspect of the connection? The ego is about, now I don't know whose energy is it, but then this is the overall energy. So there is somebody who's battling pride, fear, maybe even self-protection. And ego doesn't always mean arrogance. It means walls and masks sometimes. So it would be, for some of you, it could be pride and arrogance, but for a lot of you, I feel this is walls and pretense. Avoidance as well. Somebody is pretending that maybe they don't care, maybe holding back because vulnerability is not something that comes easy or that feels safe at this point. Commitment is about the deeper inner conflict and that pull towards this long-term connection that both of you feel, maybe not willing to acknowledge, but both of you feel that the desire for that stability, a future, something sacred. But there are also these questions that if this connection or this person can be trusted, will this connection sustain? Is it sustainable or fulfilling because of whatever this broken thing is here? But one or both still want that commitment. Even if you're scared to admit. The conversation is screaming that there is so much that needs to be spoken about. There are so many things that are or that were left unspoken that we need to address, that we need to talk. The weight of not knowing. It's like, for some of you, there's a possibility that one of you or even both of you are even rehearsing conversations that you're going to have, or if this person calls up and this is what I have to say, and then maybe they will respond like this, and I'm going to respond like that, and this is what I will rebut with. So those kind of conversations can even be going on in your minds here. Although there is also avoidance of that conversation because maybe somebody doesn't want to have it, it doesn't suit their narrative, but there is some conversation you both want, and some of you might even be having it on an energetic level. Responsibilities is the real world pressure that is pulling you towards different things here. It can be work, family, emotional baggage. For some of you, there is definitely the third party involved here with this responsibilities here. But again, responsibility is not just a romantic partner, third party. It can be, like I said, parents, work, it can be anything. The soul contract is that sacred thread beneath all this pain. The karmic ties, the soul connection, the twin flame, soulmate, whatever you want to call it, there is still that connection which you feel. And it's not random, you can feel that. You're both here to teach, heal and evolve each other, whether you stay together or not. Okay, this is part of a bigger plan is what I see, and you both are somewhere thinking on those lines, or maybe one of you is thinking on those lines here. The bond still exists even in silence is what I see here. This is bigger than ego, the wounds, the silence, everything. So the energy is, two people looking at the same wounds from opposite sides, still connected, still hurting, still hoping, but frozen. Let's see what are the masculine's energies towards the feminine. I'm going to take the same deck. What did I do? Sorry, guys. All right. What are the masculine's energies towards the feminine currently? Space, regret, unworthy, and unexpected outcome. Overall energy irreplaceable. You see how they are dancing to the music the heart is playing here. All right. See, irreplaceable is like them realizing that no one can match up to your energy. You cannot be replaced in their life. You're the one they cannot forget. They can avoid, they can ignore, but your energy is still lingering there. No matter the distance, no matter the silence, that is something which is not leaving them. Your thoughts, your energy, it's like it's haunting them in some way. So it's like you're not someone they just dated or crossed paths with. You have left these soul prints on them. Okay, they might be trying to move forward, maybe trying to move on or whatever, but that's not working out. Okay, they are like comparing possibly you with other people. There's a possibility that this person is kind of showing you that they are not bothered by distracting themselves, maybe by spending time with other people, going out, having fun. You could be seeing their social media full with all that, but their energy is saying, I have tried to move on, I have tried to kind of disconnect with you, but no one sees me like you do. You are like that someone who I can't replace. The space is about the reality right now, which is them withdrawing. Possibly emotionally, for some of you it is both emotional and physical, but there is distance, there is silence and withdrawal in the energy. But don't mistake this space for absence of emotions. The emotions are still there. They may be reflecting something different, but that's not how it is. They are using this space to kind of breathe and figure out, to cope up with whatever has happened here, even if it hurts. I don't think this person, the masculine, can at this point handle this connection or the energy associated with it, and they don't even know how to repair it. But this space doesn't seem cold to me. Regret is about the weight they are carrying on their chest. It's the replaying of those conversations, of that, what they said, what they didn't say, what should have done, what they shouldn't have done. It's like quite kind of suffering here. It's like, he knows that he has hurt the feminine and it is haunting him. This is not surface level guilt. This is something which is more soul level, where I wish I could go back energy. The unworthy, where they feel they're not good enough. They were not good enough with the feminine. They did not do what was right. There is shame associated with this, because maybe you put in a lot of effort, the feminine here, but this person did not step up. Instead of stepping up, they stepped away. They ran away. That is where this avoidance space came in here. So now it's like, the feminine is too good for me and she deserves better. That doesn't make it right, but it explains the silence here, right? The unexpected outcome, he didn't see this playing out the way he did. He did not expect that he will feel these emotions, he will go through this regret or pain or whatever he's going through. But he's now starting to see things in a new light, I feel. So I would say he's hurting and he's humbled. He's definitely humbled by how you have possibly changed the narrative, or there is some shift that has happened in you, I feel. But he knows you're irreplaceable, though there is a lack of belief in himself at this point with whatever has happened. So let's see what might unfold next for you. What might unfold next in the masculine's energy towards the feminine? Absence, reunion, soul contract, reminiscing, overall energy, secrets. So they are, see, for some of you, this person has not told you everything. They withheld information, they did not tell you everything. There were secrets here. But for some of you, this person has been holding back on their emotions, and what they are hiding from you is that they are really missing you with this absence here. It's like a part of them is missing without you in their life. See, the absence here is not like a void of emotions. It's not that they don't have emotions, but maybe they're too full of it right now. And it's somewhere possibly waking them up, and that's where this reunion comes in, where they want to reconcile, they want to kind of shift something in this connection. This is about that emotional awakening, I would say, is happening. They want to reconcile, they want to reconnect, and they somewhere in energetically they know that you both will come back to each other. The soul contract is the anchor, the connection is fated, the lessons are being learned, the growth is happening here. So even through the separation, the bond isn't broken. He's slowly realizing that this isn't like just another relationship that he's had in the past possibly, but this is spiritually significant. This is teaching him a lot. This has taught him, possibly it has shown him the mirror. It has shown him the mirror about the vulnerabilities, the fear, maybe his bad behavior, the healing, the communication. So what unfolds here is some sort of reunion here. The reminiscing is about him thinking about you, missing you all the time. So this is like the moments that you spend together. There is nostalgia around it. There is, he's replaying this communication. Maybe there are certain other dates or travels or whatever has happened. He's replaying that. Okay. A deep emotional stirring is happening here, and he may not act right away because of the space and all that which is happening. In secrets is about holding back, I feel here. But something is shifting here silently, slowly. The bond is being felt stronger than ever, and it's guiding him in some way. And it's guiding him towards, kind of reaching out to the feminine. Expect signs and synchronicities, or even a message, or some sort of emotional reveal with the secrets again is what I feel. Especially if you're feeling there is this union which is coming, that we can feel it in our gut, we can feel it in our heart sometimes. So you're on his heart, in his mind, and in his soul is what I would say. Let's see what are the feminine's energies towards the masculine. What are the feminine's energies towards the masculine? Damage, unexpected outcome, reveal, gossip. Overall energy is habits. Okay, so it's pretty raw, real energy where she can see the damage. She is not willing to pretend. She wants things to come out, and so habits being the overall energy. She is done with going on in a loop again. So there's something cyclic which is repeating constantly here, which she is kind of tired of here, I feel. Um, it's about that inconsistency. It's about that avoidance that masculine has shown, the space that he has created. Maybe this is not the first time he's done that. He has created it before. And that is why she's also feeling that, this is exhausting. Why am I doing it? Why am I constantly giving him that energy? Why am I giving him this space to keep coming back here when he's only going to keep repeating the same pattern here? So she's no longer just feeling. I feel she's analyzing these patterns, and she sees this repetitive pattern and standing at a crossroad because of that. There is also a question in her mind which is about, do I break this pattern and start with my healing, or do I even care anymore, kind of a thing. Damage is about, I'm still hurting. So she's still hurting with whatever has happened, whether she's shown it or not, but she has some emotional wounds, maybe some sort of betrayal, abandonment, rejection, simply not being seen or heard. Any of those emotions could be significant. It could be different for different people here because this is a collective reading. But she's kind of dealing with trust issues, maybe some emotionally unmatched energy that she received here. At the same time, this card can also signify the strength she is holding within her. She's acknowledging there is damage that has happened instead of suppressing it. So she is not willing to avoid those emotions. She wants to face them head on, unlike our masculine. Our dear masculine. So unexpected outcome, similar to the masculine. She is also not really expecting this this kind of thing to happen, whatever has happened, however it unfolded. So there, both of you are mirroring here. She might have hoped for some sort of outcome, but that's not how it panned out. So she's somewhere surrendering to whatever has happened here. The reveal is about the truth and transparency. She wants to speak her truth, I think. She wants transparency from the masculine here. It's like she's ready to hear, but only if it's real. She doesn't want any more pretense. She's done with that. She doesn't want to keep dealing with that same cycle. She may be sitting in silence right now, but this is about, you want that clarity. You're really craving for that clarity here. No more half-truths, no more confusion, just straight up that blunt, emotional honesty. She doesn't want to tiptoe anymore. I'm coming stomping here, okay? That is the kind of energy. Gossip is about the protection. So maybe there are people in her life or masculine's life who could be gossiping or talking about them or the connection or some sort of gossip. This might not be for everyone though. So there is some outside influence which comes in here. That is something that has possibly disrupted the connection or has the potential of disrupting. So this is something she is kind of reclaiming her power here, where she's letting those outside noises, just pushing them away, not listening to them. They cannot guide her next move, kind of a thing. So I feel overall she's hurt but awakened or awakening. She's no longer chasing, she's watching, analyzing. She is standing in her truth. She feels deeply for the masculine, but she wants the truth. She doesn't want to keep repeating that same old cycle, go back in that loop here. Let's see what are some channeled messages from the feminine for the masculine. What are the channeled messages from the feminine to the masculine? Time, unsatisfied, no wonder, values, overall energy is holding back. So channeled messages from the feminine, holding back. So she wants to tell the masculine that she gave him everything. She never held herself back from anything, be it her energy, be it love, be it communication, everything. It was all about him, in her thoughts, in her mind, in her soul. But at this point, she's like, I haven't stopped caring, but I'm not going to give you that energy anymore, because I have dealt with the consequences of letting you in and letting you have access to that energy. So you may think that, I'm cold, I'm distant and all those things, but I'm just done. I'm bleeding in silence. I can't keep going on with this. I'm tired of showing up for someone who leaves me wondering, where do I even stand in their life? You had the time. That is what the time is. You had the time to act upon things, to do right by me. And how much time is too much time? I mean, how long are you going to take? I have waited more than I should have. I have trusted more than I should have. I hoped, and I just kept waiting. But now I realize time doesn't heal everything, possibly, because it's about one is willing or not willing to, and maybe you're not willing to. And when we were together, it was divine, it was blissful. I loved that, what we had. But at this point, you have left me half fed, half held, half loved. So I'm not happy with this. When I gave you all of me, then I wanted all of you in return here. So I'm not going to settle for breadcrumbs. If that is what you're coming with, then you might as well leave, because I'm not letting you in. Because I'm now seeing clearly with this values, what I want, what I believe, what kind of love I deserve. I'm not sure if we are aligned, or we were aligned, at least in the past, not fully at least. Maybe that's what hurts the most, knowing that the connection was strong, but the follow through was weak. You did not follow through ever. I need honesty, integrity, mutual effort. I need to be feel valued, to be feel loved. So part of me still loves you, but all of me loves me now. That was the reading, guys. Thank you for watching.